In the harsh winter of 1206, at the edge of Mongolia's sacred mountains, Genghis Khan gathered his people. As snow fell across the endless steppes, he prepared to announce how his new empire would be governed. But when he began speaking about his most crucial allies, something strange happened. The words were lost to history, torn from the pages of Mongolia's most sacred text, leaving only a single cryptic line: "Let us reward our female offspring." For centuries, scholars puzzled over this deliberate censorship. Now we know why. The missing words revealed Genghis Khan's master strategy, one so powerful that later rulers tried desperately to erase it from history. His secret weapons weren't just his armies, they were his daughters. To understand this hidden story, we must first meet these remarkable women. Born to Genghis Khan and his chief wife Burta, each daughter was raised not as a bargaining chip for marriage alliances, but as a future ruler. The eldest was Kojin Beki, born around 1182. Then came Chechaygin, the diplomat, in 1185. Next was Alakai Beki, the warrior queen, in 1187. Al-Altun, the trademaster, followed in 1189. Finally, there was Tumelin, the youngest, described in Persian chronicles as the one Genghis Khan loved most. Their mother, Burta, came from the conqueror people, known for producing powerful queens. As she taught her daughters, she passed down an ancient saying of her tribe: "We do not rely on the strength of our sons. Our daughters are our shields." But how did Genghis Khan turn his daughters into one of history's most effective ruling networks? The answer lies in how differently he treated them from other rulers of his time. In 1206, as Genghis Khan united the warring tribes, he faced a crucial decision. Traditionally, princesses were married off to cement alliances, but he had bigger plans. When he spoke to each daughter, he delivered an unprecedented message. They would not just marry leaders, they would replace them. Take Alakai Beki, perhaps his most capable daughter. When she turned 16, her father didn't just arrange her marriage to the leader of the Ungud people, he made her their ruler. Standing before the ancient shrine of the first queen, he told her, "You are sent to govern the people. Your words must show your wisdom." The Ungud controlled the crucial gateway between Mongolia and China, the narrow corridor through which all trade had to flow. By installing his daughter here, Genghis Khan gained something invaluable, a secure base for his planned conquest of China. But Alakai was no mere figurehead. When rebels assassinated her husband and tried to kill her, she didn't flee. Instead, she crushed the rebellion, spared the conspirators from execution against her father's wishes, and went on to become one of the most effective rulers of her time. Meanwhile, her sister Chechaygin was transforming the northern frontiers. Sent to rule the forest-dwelling Oirat people, she turned these skilled hunters into crucial allies. Under her governance, the valuable fur trade flourished, bringing unprecedented wealth to the empire. Further west, Al-Altun revolutionized how trade worked along the Silk Road. Ruling from the oasis cities of the Uyghur Kingdom, she created something revolutionary, the first internationally standardized trade network. Merchants could now travel safely across continents, protected by unified laws and guaranteed safe passage. But it wasn't just about trade and diplomacy. These women were warriors too. When Chinese forces threatened the empire's borders, Alakai personally led armies into battle. During one crucial fight, her helmet was knocked off. Rather than retreat, she fought on, rallying her troops to victory. The Chinese chroniclers wrote with astonishment about the Tiger Queen who fights like 10 men. Yet perhaps the most remarkable aspect of their rule was how they worked together. Records show the sisters coordinated their policies, shared intelligence, and supported each other's territories. They created something unprecedented, an international network of female rulers working in perfect synchronization. Their mother Burta supervised this network from the Mongol homeland, advising her daughters and coordinating their efforts. Together, they formed what Persian historians called the Steel Ring, a circle of absolutely loyal rulers around the empire's borders. But this golden age wouldn't last forever. As Genghis Khan aged, powerful forces began plotting against his daughters. The empire's male elite grew increasingly threatened by these independent female rulers. The first blow came in 1241. The new Great Khan, Ogadai, ordered a horrific crime: the mass assault of 4,000 Oirat girls, an attack on Chichaigan's people, clearly meant to demonstrate male dominance over female power. One by one, the daughter queens faced elimination. Al-Altun was assassinated, accused of poisoning her brother. Tumalin disappeared from historical records entirely. Their territories were seized, their achievements credited to men. Then came the systematic destruction of their legacy. Pages were torn from historical documents, names were scratched out, entire chapters about their rule were censored. The new male rulers wanted to ensure no one remembered there had once been powerful female leaders. But they couldn't erase everything. In the songs of Mongolian herders, in the writings of Muslim historians, in the letters of Christian missionaries, evidence of their rule survived. Today, archaeologists are uncovering more proof of their power. Recent discoveries show how they transformed their territories, building new cities, establishing international trade networks, creating sophisticated systems of law and governance. Their impact went far beyond military conquest. Under their rule, technologies spread rapidly across continents. Ideas flowed freely between civilizations. Art and culture flourished in their courts. They didn't just help build an empire, they created the first truly international society. Even their end tells us something important. The fact that male rulers worked so hard to erase them from history proves just how powerful they really were. These weren't just princesses playing at politics. They were leaders so effective that they threatened the entire patriarchal system. Perhaps the most remarkable insight comes from a letter written by Al-Altun shortly before her death. She wrote, "They may try to forget us, but the roads we built, the cities we governed, the laws we created, these will endure." In the end, what matters is not that history remembers our names, but that our work made the world better. She was right. The international trade networks they created formed the blueprint for modern global commerce. Their legal codes influenced law across Asia. The multicultural society they fostered became a model for future empires. So the next time you hear about Genghis Khan's conquest of Asia, remember, he didn't do it alone. Behind him stood some of the most remarkable women in history, the forgotten queens who helped build the largest empire the world had ever seen. Their story proves that sometimes the most important parts of history are the ones that were meant to stay secret. But no matter how hard someone tries to erase the past, the truth finds a way to survive. In the end, Genghis Khan's daughters did something even more impressive than helping build an empire. They showed that women could rule as effectively as men, an idea so dangerous that it had to be hidden for 800 years.